I'm Michael Whitwer, co-author of Heroes Feast, the official Dungeons Dragons Cookbook. Today, we'll be making Trolltide Candied apples. Troll or treat! Held on the first day of every Kythorn, the Trolltide holiday commemorates the city of Waterdeep's victory during the Second Troll War. Dressed as pesky troll invaders, children scamper from door to door, demanding tasty tributes, such as candies, fruits, and salted meat sticks. Shops and homes that come up short are sure to face the consequences at sundown. Mischievous pranks that range from late-night troll scratchings at the door to far more insidious missile attacks that involve raw eggs on unprotected doors and windows. These delicious candy apples serve as the perfect ransom to ward off ill-tempered trolls, ensuring peaceful Trolltide evenings for well-prepared Watertavians. So to get started, you'll need a few things. You'll need a small saucepan, some type of hot plate. I'm using actually a standalone induction hot plate right here, stove. You will need a candy thermometer for sure, as temperature is a really key piece of applying the candy coating, or any type of instant read thermometer would probably do. You'll need parchment paper and some type of baking sheet to hold the apples. As far as ingredients go, we're going to need 4 apples. I recommend hard and tart apples like Honeycrisp or Granny Smith. Today I'm actually using Pink Ladies, which should work fine. We'll need 1 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of water, 3 tablespoons of light corn syrup, 1/2 teaspoon of red food coloring, and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And of course, we'll need popsicle sticks or chopsticks to actually hold the apples, as you'll see here in a second. So the first thing we're going to do is prep the apples before we go ahead and start making our candy coating. I've already prepped 3 of these 4 apples with chopsticks right down the middle. What we do here is we simply remove the stem, if we can. And then we're going to go ahead and take the chopstick and press it down right into the apple, which doesn't take that much force really. And you're going to go ahead and press it about 3/4 in, almost all the way through, to make a nice kind of apple holder there. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and begin to heat the candy coating. So we'll go ahead and turn our stove to medium-high heat. And we're going to add our ingredients, which again, 1 1/4 cups of sugar. And again, an induction stove can heat very, very quickly. So obviously always accommodate for that. We're going to add our 1/4 cup of water. We'll go ahead and add our 1/2 teaspoon of red food coloring. And then we're going to add our light corn syrup, which is really sticky. So I'm going to use a spoon to try to get it all out of here quickly. And then we're going to go ahead and mix up that to make kind of the candy mixture. It's kind of a goo at this point. We're of course going to dissolve all of the sugar, make it a nice even coating. And so once that's all mixed up, which it is now, almost anyway, we're going to bring that to a boil. So let me get out of there for a second. So we're going to go ahead and bring that to a boil. We're going to take a second, come back, and move on to the next step. Okay, we've now got our mixture at a boil. So we're going to go ahead and take that down to medium heat. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and bring this down to a simmer. And that's going to take about 15 minutes. And this is a little bit premature to add the candy thermometer at this point, but I'm going to do it now. Because this particular step is not about time. This is about temperature. And what we're going to do is we're going to wait for that temperature to reach between 300 and 310 degrees. That's the sweet spot we need to be at to have the right viscosity to go ahead and coat the apples before it hardens and dries. Right before we do that, we're going to add that vanilla extract into the mix right before we hit that 300 degree point. Because vanilla cooks down so easily, it's one of the last things you want to add to make sure it retains its flavor so it doesn't boil off and we lose it. So I'm going to come back when we're at the right temperature and we'll move to the next step. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes and we're getting close to the proper temperature. We're just over 290 right now. And what I've been doing every so often is I've been swirling the pan a bit just to make sure that nothing hardens or boils up in the wrong way and that it stays appropriately viscous. Now is the time we're at about 295 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and add that vanilla extract that I talked about. Make sure to get that in there. Stir it around. Good. And we are just crossing the 300 degree mark now. Well, just almost there. So the minute we reach about 305 or so, we're going to go ahead and move forward. We'll take it off heat. We'll take out my thermometer. And we have to make a successful dexterity check here to do this appropriately. So wish me luck. So we're going to tilt the pan and we're going to go ahead and roll the apples here in this mixture, like so. What we're doing here is we're pooling the candy mixture, hope you can see it, at the edge of the pan. And we're going ahead and we're using the stick to roll the apples in the mixture. I hope you can see that. And then we'll drip them off in the pan. We have about 1 minute to do this right. So let's see if we can get all four perfectly coated before the mixture begins to harden too much. Drip them off. And last one. Almost there. I hope you can see that. And we'll go ahead and let that drizzle off. And I think we have successfully made 4 delicious looking candy apples. Perfectly coated. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to wait at least 20 minutes for the candy shell to cool and to harden, at which point they'll be ready to eat. I'd probably wait a little bit longer, is my personal opinion. But yeah, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it, and brave eating.